Good morning class 10th. Today I am going to tell you about trigonometric identities. Okay, so first of all, what is an identity? An equation which is true for all the values of the variables involved is called an identity. Like x plus y whole square is equal to x square plus y square plus 2xy. You have learned this equation or this identity in class 9. Okay, this equation is called an identity because this equation is true for all the values of x and y. Clear? Similarly, x minus y whole square is equal to x square plus y square minus 2xy. This equation is also true for all the values of x and y. That's why it is called an identity. Now, let's come to our topic, trigonometric identities. An equation involving trigonometric ratios of an angle is called a trigonometric identity if it is true for all values of the angle or angles involved. Clear? So, an equation involving trigonometric ratios means sine, cos, tan, cos, etc. cot. Okay? Of an angle. For example, angle is A, then sine A, cos A, tan A. Okay? And so on. Is called a trigonometric identity if it is true for all values of the angles involved. In your syllabus, you have three main trigonometric identities. First, sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Second, cosec square A is equal to 1 plus cot square A. Third, sec square A is equal to 1 plus tan square A. You have to learn these three trigonometric identities. Clear? Now, in your syllabus, you have the proof of first trigonometric identity, that is sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. So, today we prove this identity. Okay? So, let's start. For this proof, first we have to write down given. For this we need to draw a triangle. This is a right angle triangle ABC in which angle B is of 90 degree. Okay. With respect to angle A, here angle is A. If angle B is 90, then AC is hypotenuse. With respect to angle A, AB is base and BC is perpendicular. So write down what is given in right triangle ABC. Angle B is equal to 90 degree, comma, hypotenuse is equal to AC, base is equal to AB, comma, perpendicular is equal to BC. Okay. Now what you have to prove? To prove sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Okay. Now prove. So in right triangle ABC, angle B is 90 degree. So we can use Pythagoras theorem here, and Pythagoras theorem says that perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. Okay, so we can write perpendicular square plus base square is equal to hypotenuse square. Reason by Pythagoras theorem. Okay, what is perpendicular? Perpendicular is BC, so we can write here BC whole square. What is base? Base is AB, so we can write AB whole square. And hypotenuse is AC, so AC whole square. Now next step, divide both sides by AC whole square. This step you have to remember. You have to divide both sides by AC whole square. So BC whole square upon AC whole square plus AB whole square upon AC whole square is equal to AC whole square upon AC whole square. Okay. Now we can add BC whole square upon AC whole square. Numerator whole square upon denominator whole square. So we can write it as BC upon AC whole square. Okay. Similarly, AB upon AC whole square. And AC whole square cancels. So it is equal to 1. Clear? Now, by mantra Pandit Badri Prasad Hari Hari Bol Sona Chandi Tol. Okay. So, sine is P upon H. Sine A. Sine A is P upon H. P is BC. H is AC. So, BC upon AC. So, in place of BC upon AC, I can write sine A. So, in place of BC upon AC whole square, I can write sine A whole square. Plus. Okay. Then cos A is equal to B upon H. B is AB. H is AC. So, in place of AB upon AC, I can write cos A. So, in place of AB upon AC whole square, I can write cos A whole square. And it is equal to 1. You can give the reason that BC upon AC is equal to sine A and AB upon AC is equal to cos A. Okay. Now, sine A whole square means sine square A. Cos A whole square means cos square A and it is equal to 1. So, here we have proved that sine square A plus cos square A is equal to 1. Hence, proved. Okay. Now, this is the proof of the first identity. If you want to show the proof, if you want to give the proof of the second and third identity, then what you have to do? Given is same, to prove will be changed. Figure is same. Equation of Pythagoras theorem, this will be same. Just you have to divide both sides by, first suppose here I have divided by AC whole square. In the other two identity, you have to divide by BC whole square and AB whole square. Okay. So, by this you can prove the other identities also. Now, let's start exercise 8.4. Now, exercise 8.4, question number 1 is express the trigonometric ratios sin A, sec A, tan A in terms of cot A. It means you have to express sin A in terms of cot A, then sec A in terms of cot A, and then tan A in terms of cot A. So, first take sin A. Okay. We can write sin A as under root sin square A. Clear? Because square root of sin square A is same as sin A. Now, since sin A is equal to 1 upon cosec A, so sin square A is equal to 1 upon cosec square A. So, I can write here, in place of sin square A, I can write 1 upon cosec square A. So, it becomes under root of 1 upon cosec square A. Clear? Now, since cosec square A is equal to 1 plus cot square A. So, here we can write under root of 1 upon. In place of cosec square A, I can write 1 plus cot square A. Okay. So, here I have expressed sin A in terms of cot A. So, this is our answer. Clear? To express any trigonometric ratio in terms of a given trigonometric ratio, we have to use reciprocal identity or trigonometric identities such that the given trigonometric ratios can be expressed as the other trigonometric ratios. Okay. So, here the problem is that I have to convert sin A in terms of cot. So, how can I convert? We know that sin is the reciprocal of cosec A. Or cosec square A is equal to 1 plus cot square A. So how can I get cot? I can get cot by this identity. It means I have to convert sine A in terms of cosec A. So that's why I have to convert sine A is equal to under root sine square A. Then in place of sine square A, I can write 1 upon cosec square A, and then in place of cosec square A, I have to write 1 plus cot square A. In this first part, sine A, you can express it by another method also. For example, the another method is, we know that sine A is equal to 1 upon cosec A. Okay, and we can write it as 1 upon under root cosec square A. Okay, is equal to 1 upon, in place of cosec square A, I can write 1 plus cot square A. Okay, this is the answer. Here you can write square root of 1 as 1, then in denominator 1 upon under root 1 plus cot square A. You can see both answers are same. Okay, so you can use any one method. Now the second part, second is we have to convert sec A in terms of cot A. Okay, so look at here. So we have sec A. Now I can write sec A as under root sec square A. Okay, now using sec square A is equal to 1 plus tan square A. This is a trigonometric identity. So in place of sec square A, I can write 1 plus tan square A. So we have under root 1 plus tan square A. Okay, now how can I get cot? We know that tan A is the reciprocal of cot A. So since tan A is equal to 1 upon cot A, it means tan square A is equal to 1 upon cot square A. So here I can write under root 1 plus, in place of tan square A, I can write 1 upon cot square A. Okay, now I can write 1 as 1 upon 1 and then take LCM of 1 and cot square A. LCM is cot square A. If we simplify this, then divide cot square A by 1, we have cot square A, and multiply by 1 cot square A, plus cot square A divided by cot square A, 1 into 1 is 1. So we have under root cot square A plus 1 and upon, in denominator under root cot square A, it means it is equal to cot A, because the square root of cot square A is cot A. So this is our answer. Okay, here we have all the terms in terms of cot A. Okay, now next part. Now tan A. It is very easy to convert tan A in terms of cot A. We know that by reciprocal identity tan A is equal to 1 upon cot A. Okay, by reciprocal identity. Okay, so this is our answer. Now let's start question number 2. Question number 2, write all the other trigonometric ratios of angle A in terms of sec A. So you have to convert sin A, cos A, tan A, cosec A and cot A in terms of sec A. Okay, so this question number 2 is your homework. You have to try this. Now start question number 3. Question number 3 is evaluate first part sin square 63 degree plus sin square 27 degree whole divided by cos square 17 degree plus cos square 73 degree. You have to find the value of this. Okay, so look at the solution of first part. Sin square 63 degree plus sin square 27 degree whole divided by cos square 17 degree plus cos square 73 degree. Okay, So since we don't know the value of sine 63 and sine 27, cos 17 degree and cos 73 degree, so what we have to do, we have to convert them in the trigonometric ratios of complementary angles. Okay, so look at here sine square 63 degree same. Okay, I will keep this same, plus I will convert sine square 27 degree as sine square 90 degree minus 63 degree. Okay, sine square is same, 90 minus 63 is same as 27 degree. Okay, upon cos square 17 degree, I can write cos square 17 degree as cos square, and I can express 17 degree as 90 degree minus 73 degree, because 90 minus 73 is 17. Then plus cos square 73 degree. Okay, clear? Now since sine 90 minus a is cos a and cos 90 minus a is sine a, so here you can write, since sine 90 degree minus a is equal to cos a and cos 90 degree minus a is equal to sine a. Okay, so sine square 90 degree minus a is equal to cos square a, and cos square 90 degree minus a is equal to sine square a. Yeah, so sine square 63 degree same, sine square 90 degree minus a is cos square a, and a is 63 degree, so I will write here 63 degree upon cos square 90 degree minus a is sine square a, so sine square 73 degree plus cos square 73 degree. Now since sine square a plus cos square a is equal to 1, okay, so sine square 63 degree plus cos square 63 degree is equal to 1, and in denominator sine square 73 degree plus cos square 73 degree is equal to 1. So 1 upon 1 is equal to 1. So this is our answer. Okay, look at here. Since sine 90 degree minus a is equal to cos a, so we can say sine square 90 degree minus a is equal to cos square a, and since cos 90 degree minus a is equal to sine a, so cos square 90 degree minus a is equal to sine square a. Clear? So you can use this identity here also. Now question number 3, second part is your homework. Now question number 4 is a multiple choice questions. In this question number 4 you have 4 parts, and each part have 4 multiple choice options. 4 options are there. Okay, so you have to find the correct option and justify your answer. For justification you have to show the solution of the question. So question number 4, first part, 9 sec square a minus 9 tan square a is equal to 1. So let's simplify this, then we find our solution. So first part, 9 sec square a minus 9 tan square a is equal to. Now since we know the identity, sec square a is equal to 1 plus tan square a. Okay, so in the place of sec square a, I can write 1 plus tan square a. So 9 multiply by 1 plus tan square a, bracket close, then minus 9 tan square a. Now open the bracket here, 9 into 1, 9, plus 9 into tan square a, 9 tan square a, minus 9 tan square a, plus 9 tan square a minus 9 tan square a will be cancelled. So it is equal to 9. So in which option we have 9? In option B. So therefore option B is correct, or we can say that B is the correct option. Okay, now second part is your homework. So let's start third part. So in the third part, sec a plus tan a multiply by 1 minus sine a. So let's look at the solution. We have sec a plus tan a multiply by 1 minus sin A. Okay. Since we know that sec A is the reciprocal of cos A, so we can write here 1 upon cos A. Okay. You can write down here reason, since sec A is equal to 1 upon cos A by reciprocal identity, plus tan A is equal to sin A upon cos A. This I have already told you in the previous lectures. So in place of tan A, we can write sin A upon cos A, bracket close. Then multiply by 1 minus sin A. Okay. Now look at here. Here we can take LCM. LCM of cos A and cos A is cos A. Okay. If you solve this, then cos A cancel, 1 into 1 is 1, plus cos A cancel, 1 into sin A is sin A. So we have 1 plus sin A upon cos A, multiply by 1 minus sin A. Now using identity, using A plus B into A minus B is equal to A square minus B square. So 1 plus sin A into 1 minus sin A is equal to 1 square minus sin A whole square, or we can say sin square A, okay, upon cos A. 1 square is 1 minus sin square A upon cos A. Okay. Now since sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1, it implies that cos square A is equal to 1 minus sin square A. So in place of 1 minus sin square A, I can write cos square A. Okay. So in place of 1 minus sin square A, I can write cos square A upon cos A. Cos square A means cos A into cos A whole upon cos A. Cos A cancels, so we have cos A. So cos A is a answer. So just look there that in which option we have cos A. In third part, option D, we have cos A. So therefore D is the correct option. Okay. Now question number 4, fourth part is your homework. Now class 10 for today, we conclude our lecture here only. Question number 5 we will start in our next lecture. So till then, thank you, have a nice day, take care, and if you have any doubt, any query, you may ask. Okay, so let's